Alrighty everyone, welcome back to yet again another series preview. The past two previews for the Eastern Conference were teams that involved the top teams in the divisions and the wildcard teams. Now we're going to take a look at the two division series. We're going to start off with Pittsburgh versus the Rangers, where the Rangers are currently second in the Metropolitan and the Penguins are third. So it's going to be a pretty tight matchup. Or is it? When you look at the regular season comparison, the Penguins are 46, 25, and 11 for 103 points. They have scored 272 goals and have only let in 209 to be third in the Metropolitan. The Rangers, on the other hand, have a 52, 46, and 6 record for a total of 110 points. They have scored 254 goals and have only let in 207, and they are second in the Metro. There were a lot of people saying that Pittsburgh was not going to make the playoffs, and if they did, they were going to be at best a wild card spot. So I think it is pretty impressive that this team finished off third overall, although the Capitals weren't really that far behind. Now, I'm not sure if the Penguins are really a cup contender, though. I'm not even sure if they can actually win a round against the Rangers. When you look at each team's top scoring leaders, it is currently a tie for first place in Pittsburgh scoring with Jake Guentzel, 40 goals, 44 assists for 84 points. He's had an underrated year with the Pens. And then you have Sidney Crosby, 31 goals, 58 assists for 84 points. Crosby actually missed some games, so it's pretty impressive that he came back and tied for first in team scoring. I think that's unbelievable. On the Rangers side, on the other hand, you have Artemi Panarin with 22 goals, 74 assists for 96 points. Then you have Mika Zibanejad with 29 goals, 52 assists for 81 points. Then on the other side, you have Chris Letang, defenseman, 10 goals, 58 assists for 68 points. And then you have Chris Kreider, 52 goals, 25 assists for 77 points. And that is a big thing. I think the biggest thing the Penguins want to do is not take penalties against the Rangers. Because if you get the Rangers power play, yeah, you're screwed. Because the Rangers power play this season has been one of the best in the NHL. And the Penguins, their power play, I think, if I'm not mistaken, has been one of the worst in the NHL. So, pretty big difference there. Fourth in scoring for the Penguins is Brian Rust with 24 goals, 34 assists for 58 points. And then you have Adam Fox with 11 goals, 63 assists for 74 points. And then fifth in scoring is Jeff Carter with 19 goals, 26 assists for 45 points. And then you have Ryan Strome, 21 goals, 33 assists for 54 points. Now, I'm not going to underestimate the Penguins' offense. Their offense is very underrated. Crosby, Malkin, Letang. Obviously, that top three is really good, not even to mention Guentzel. But the Rangers, overall this season, they have higher scoring titles than all of the Penguins' top 5 scorers. So, you got to think, well, who's really going to win this series offensively? I know the Rangers have struggled 5-on-5. I completely understand that. And that's why the Penguins need to not take so many penalties. They need to keep it 5-on-5. So then that way, the Rangers don't just win by power play. I think depth-wise, it goes to the Rangers too, to be honest. The Penguins don't have a bad depth chart. They have some good underrated guys down there, but they aren't as good as the Rangers' top 6 and bottom 6. Like, it's just not as deep as the Rangers. I truly think you could honestly split the defense apart because they kind of equal each other out. I think Penguins might honestly get the edge because really when you look at the Rangers, it's really Adam Fox. And, I mean, that's it for really their notable top guys. I mean, Trouba's there, obviously. Hyjek, you got guys on that defense. But, I mean, I'm not sure if they're going to beat out the Penguins' defense. On the other hand, goaltending definitely beats out the Penguins for the Rangers. When you look at the Rangers, Igor Shesterkin, 36, 13, and 4, 2.07 goals against average, and a .935 save percentage. He is hands down the Vezina winner for this year. It's not close at all. When you look at Georgiev, the backup, 15, 10, and 2 for a 2.92 goals against average and a .898 save percentage. So Georgiev, I wouldn't rely on him too much. If Shesterkin gets hurt, maybe that changes the tide of this series. When you look at the Penguins goaltending, though, you have Tristan Jarry, who, if I'm not mistaken, I think is out right now, with a 34, 18, and 6 record for a 2.42 goals against average and a .919 save percentage. And then you have Casey DeSmith, 11, 6, and 5, 2.79 goals against average and a .914 save percentage. So the difference between the Rangers and the Penguins is that the Penguins have a much better tandem. Like the Rangers, they have Shesterkin, who's great, but Georgiev, he's not the best. He's not that good of a backup. So it doesn't give the edge to Pittsburgh necessarily, but it gives them that edge on that remark. I still think the Rangers have better goaltending. I feel like Shesterkin's probably going to carry them through the series and maybe even the entire playoffs, depending on how far they go. But to be honest with you, I don't know. Now time for the final verdict here. Who wins this series? If I'm being honest, it probably goes to the Rangers. I mean, when you look at the Penguins, they have experience. They're a great playoff team. I don't see it. I don't see them making the Cup Finals or let alone making like the third round. If they beat the Rangers, I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't see them going any further than round 2. Like if I'm being entirely honest with you. So I feel like this series does go to the Rangers. Sorry. I'm not sure in how many games. I think it could go to like 5 or 6 games, or 6 or 7 games, sorry. So, it's going to be definitely a closer series than people may think, but I think it still goes to the Rangers. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for preview 3 of 4 today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching. For Sports Late, I really do appreciate if you guys to subscribe. That would be great, and I will see you guys in the next